Welcome to my series on how I flipped my algebra class. I am Debbie Veach and I successfully flipped my algebra classroom 2 years ago. This is video 3, how to make meaningful 7-minute algebra videos. When making the student videos, I include classroom instruction, writing out each step of example problems as I normally would in a traditional lecture. To shorten video length, I use some time-saving techniques while still fully explaining important material. One tip is to make videos 5 to 10 minutes long. I aim for 7 minutes. Students are more willing to watch 2 7-minute videos rather than one 14-minute video. Limit each video to one specific topic so each topic stands alone. Make a second video for the same day if 2 topics need to be covered. For example, I assigned graph linear equations in slope-intercept form and graph linear equations in point-slope form as homework the same day. If the topic requires more time, break it into 2 or 3 videos and label them such and such part 1, such and such part 2, and maybe even such and such part 3. For example, I made 3 videos from my lesson on linear systems word problems. Part 1, Part 2, and Part 3, since each word problem required a significant amount of explanation and work. I did not want the students to endure 20 to 30 minutes in one video, so I broke them into 3 videos and assigned them as homework over 2 days instead of 1. Do not refer to chapter numbers or page numbers. Avoid saying things that will date the video, such as Wednesday we will, or in November we. Each video needs to stand alone and be reusable, even if your school changes textbooks in the future or the order of lessons is rearranged. Make the title of the video specific and descriptive to separate it from other videos. For example, write linear equations given 2 points. A different video, write linear equations given slope and a point. Now, how to save some video time. Use an airliner or tablet to write each step live as you record an example problem. I prefer to use this method so it matches the way I would have presented and explained the material in my traditional class. This works for me because I've learned to write quickly, though not always neatly, with the airliner. Here is a short clip from one of my student videos showing this. Again, I'm trying to isolate the variable y. I see y is being multiplied by 3. It's also having 2x added. So the first step will be to subtract 2x from both sides. So I will copy the 3y down, then I will subtract the 2x and copy down the 12. Now because y is being multiplied by 3, the inverse of that is to divide both sides by 3. And here I will have the 3 divides both the negative 2x and the 12. So let's take care of this part first. So negative 2 over 3, negative 2/3 x, and this is going to be your rise over run, so it's not a problem to be a fraction. And then here we'll look at the 12 divided by 3, and so our equation is y equals negative 2/3 x plus 4, and that is now written in slope-intercept form from standard form. Another option is to pre-write or type each step ahead of recording and prepare slides to show one new step at a time as you speak about each step, much as I'm doing in this video. This works well if the writing or graphing is extremely time-consuming. I sometimes prepare multiple slides to click through with one more step in the process on each new slide. Students can pause the video to catch up with their notes. To do this, prepare the last slide with all steps written or typed. Clone the slide several times. Leave the last slide complete. On the next to last slide, erase the last part of the answer. On the next earlier slide, erase the last 2 parts of the answer, etc. Continue this process until all parts of the answer are erased. The final result will look something like this video with prepared slides advanced to show each new step. So let's begin. Frank borrowed $500 from his brother so he could purchase the newest iPhone. Frank promises to pay $25 per month to his brother and agrees to wash his brother's car twice a month until the debt is paid off. The equation y equals 500 minus 25x represents the amount of money, y, that Frank owes his brother after any month x. The situation is modeled on this graph below. First, we're going to label each axis of the graph to go along with the situation. And as usual, time will go across the x-axis along the bottom. And in this case, it's going to be measured in months. And then over here on the y-axis, that is going to be the money that Frank owes his brother. Now we're to find both intercepts and explain what they mean. Let's begin here with our y-intercept. So here is our y-intercept at this point. So that ordered pair is going to be 0, 500. Now this means that at time 0, so at month 0, at the beginning, Frank still owes his brother $500. And now let's look over here at our x-intercept, where the line intersects with the x-axis. And that point there is our x-intercept, and it says that it is 20, 0, which means that Frank will owe $0 when 20 months have gone by.
Include instructions for students to pause the video while they work the try or practice problems themselves. Show a complete worked out solution to the try or practice problems on the screen a few seconds later. Students can pause again to check or correct their notes. Now here is a clip of a try problem following the explained problem. Notice that I give the students instructions to pause the video until they are ready to check their answer.
Now here is one for you to try. Please press pause and come back when you're ready to check your answer. And here is my answer.
And here is one last tip. Prepare enough videos ahead of time to consistently assign videos as homework, so students get in the habit of watching these videos each night. I assign videos as homework for each night, except the night before a test when I assign a paper review packet. Thank you for taking time to watch this video about how to make meaningful 7-minute videos. Please join me again in my next video in this series, where I'll talk about how to use class time when no longer lecturing. See you soon.